All right, guys. I want to talk about it's about bullying, but it's subject in it. Friends bully each other, and it's more like playful stuff. And there's a certain line when you really shouldn't cross it. Like I'd make black jokes with my best friend Jordan, and sometimes over time he took it, but then I got too bad where me and him stopped talking, and then we didn't have that best friend brother relationship that we used to have. And, it got me thinking that even when you're with your friends, you still really shouldn't, say hurtful things because even though, they could be your best friend or friend, they could still take it in a hurtful way. They just don't show it. And, I said, sorry to my best friend Jordan, but, I want to say sorry again because that kid's like my brother and I would take a bullet for him. And, I don't know if he'd do the same, but I definitely take a bullet for him. And, I love him to death, and I'm not queer or anything, but he's probably like my best friend. I have two or three best friends, and he's one of them. And but with the the lines like that's like with my friend Matt. He's Polish, well not fully Polish, but I always call him a Polak, and I always call him that he has a big head, and like we'll go back and forth, and he'll talk, he'll make fun of me, about not being, not getting my diploma or not staying in school. But some of it's friendly, but then after a while, it gets kind of old and it gets bad. And that's why I think causes a lot of fights with friendships is because even though you're best friends, your friends, bullying still hurts after a while. And so I think there's a certain line that you just need to cut it off and not let those words get to you because that person could be one of your best friends, and you shouldn't want to lose them just because you're making a joke. And it is different when you're saying it to like your best friend or a friend, other to than some just random kid that you'd like to pick on. And you shouldn't do either or. But if you're gonna do the joking with a friend, just keep it minimal. And I know teenagers like to have fun. Because I'm a teenager and I like to have fun. But you just got to keep it at a certain point where you don't cross the line. You just got to think before you actually do things. And 3 years ago, 2 years ago, heck, even a year ago, I wouldn't think about saying things before I do. But now that I realize what it does, with friends, then you have to man up and you have to think about what you're saying. And it's part of becoming a man. And or a woman if you get older. There's girls who pick on other girls. And just because you're a popular girl and you're a cheerleader or you know you're this or you're dating the most popular kid in school doesn't give you the right to go make fun of a girl who's a nerd or who dresses different. Who cares. Those people could be one of your best friends if you actually got to know them. And I think people separate once they get into high school. Kids who used to hang out in middle school change because they go in different groups, and then it's not cool to hang out with that person. And I just think that's stupid to socialize people in categories because just because of what they like to do shouldn't it keep them from having friends. If someone likes to be into more of like computers and all that kind of stuff, you shouldn't make fun of them for it. If we didn't have those type of people, we wouldn't have iPods, we wouldn't have phones, we wouldn't have computers, we wouldn't have MP3 players, we wouldn't have most of the stuff that we have now if it wasn't for those type of people. So why would you make fun of them? That's the same thing with you know, people who are athletic. They if people make it pro or college, they give you a chance to root for your favorite team. So why should you make fun of them? Most people don't make fun of athletes or the jock stereotype, but you just have to watch what you say and think about it before you say it and put yourself in their shoes and see how it feels. They said it to you, but you just gotta watch the line, I guess, and just be careful what you say, and don't wish for harmful things. Just because someone does something doesn't mean that you should wish bad upon them. If you want to say something to them, make sure you say it nice. And I know that's kind of lost in this generation, but I think that's why there's a lot of crime going on, is because people will say something and people just like to solve it with crime. you know. So bullying is definitely probably the hardest subject to talk about because I've been through it. And you know, I feel free to open about it. You know, people want to private message me or add me on Facebook. I can put in my Facebook URL on this video. You can send me a message and talk to me if you need to talk to me about anything. You know, I've been through everything, and um, any type of thing that anyone wants to talk about, they can just talk to me about it. And I'm open ears, and if anyone wants, like I said in the first video, I think, if you want to have a subject to talk about, just tell me. You know, I'll talk about it. I'm a pretty smart kid, so I know what's going around. But you guys have a good day.